is good, my people, my peeps? How are you guys doing this afternoon? Thought I'd stop in with this. Let me just give a disclaimer. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Let's start this broadcast off right, okay? I'm going to give a disclaimer really quickly. I want you all to know that this is not, I do repeat myself, this is not an investigative report, okay? This is a conversation. Yes, baby. This is definitely a conversation that we're getting ready to have this afternoon. As you can see by the title, Passport Bros have HIV. Oh my goodness. Passport Bros, my brothers and sisters, is reportedly said to have HIV. They're coming back with fire in the hole. That's right. Fire in the hole. The pee hole, that is. Uh-huh. They are coming back with fire in the doggone hole, my brothers and sisters. Now, ever since I heard about the Passport Bros, I knew something was definitely wrong with their logic, uh, you know, their logic, their theories, whatever they was trying to pump out there to the masses of men and majority black men. Let's keep it real, okay? That's why they call passport bros. I mean, they got a couple in there, but the majority was black men. They come in with fire in the holes, brothers and sisters. They got the HIV. So like I said, once again, I give this quick disclaimer. This is not an investigative report. This is a conversation that we are going to be having along with a lot of other people on the internet streets are having about the Passport Bros coming back from all of these, destinations. Coming back from all these destinations. Hello, welcome in. Coming back from all these destinations. Not with wives, y'all. Not with wives. Now, we heard that they was done with us, especially us black women. They was done. They was fed up with us, right? Hello, Martin. Welcome in the building. They was done. It was a wrap. Benito, right? Black women, they told us, Benito, you was out of shape. They was tired of your wigs and your weaves and your extensions. Well, they didn't know that was a big business for white folks too. But we ain't here to talk about that today, or tomorrow. Okay, they was fed up, right? Now they coming back with fire in the hole. They bringing all kind of diseases, and the main one that they're bringing back is HIV. That's right. HIV. Okay, so let's get into it because I want you to hear what I've been hearing for about a week now. And I said, let's get into it. Let's go ahead and let the people over here on this side of the streets know what the conversation is. And I said this about 2-3 weeks ago whenever I went live. I do recall saying that their talking points, if you will, were to go get wives, submissive wives, because we were the independent modern woman over here. Okay, yeah, they were done with us. They were going overseas to get their, submissive wives, beautiful wives, look better than us anyway, wives, and I said, they went over. Yes, they did. They went overseas, but I ain't seen a wedding ceremony. They ain't been, it seemed like, because they have platforms, my brothers and sisters. It seems as if they would have, drop pictures, evidence of them getting married to these submissive wives. Let's see some updates. The updates that we are getting across the wire is that You ain't bringing back wives, brothers. You're bringing back disease. Mm-hmm. If you was bringing back these submissive wives, where the hell are the pictures? Where the wedding pictures, the honeymoon, the reception party videos of all of these passport bros? And there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them, brothers and sisters. I have to say brothers and sisters because all my brothers don't agree with this buffoonery. Okay. Where's all the updates, if you will, regarding your adventures abroad to select the finest of the finest abroad, okay? To get these wives. There is no doggone evidence. The only evidence that's coming back is they have diseases. And not only HIV, I believe syphilis and some other diseases that they're bringing back. Now, the thing is, why I wanted to talk about it, bring it, like I said, I heard about this about a week ago or so. While we having this conversation, like my disclaimer mentioned, I want to say to you, this is a conversation, not an investigative report. Okay? This is a conversation. We're going to listen to some people that are having the conversation. We're going to listen to a nurse. That's right. Official nurse break the news. She said nurses be talking, y'all. So we going to be listening, especially if it's some nurses. We like to stay tapped in everywhere. Even if we on a holistic journey of healing ourselves, we need to be tapped in. Okay? To the meta, over there where the nurses and doctors hang out. We going to hear what they got to say. Because we damn sure haven't heard no updates, no videos, none of that from these passport bros about all these wives. Submissive listening wives. I said it was oppression from the gate. They were looking because they couldn't oppress the women over here any longer, right? Because women were able to go get jobs and support themselves and come up underneath bondage, right? They weren't being treated like a spouse, someone to work beside them. They're a better half. No. Let's get into it. I ain't gonna hold you too much longer. Yes, let's see where I want to start. Let's listen to this gentleman right here. Let's turn this up.
I don't know what y'all got going on in the Philippines, but according to the CDC, the Philippines has one of the highest HIV rates amongst their people in most of the world. Passport bros. It's not surprising at all. It's not surprising at all that a lot of you guys are coming back home burning. It's not surprising at all because just like I said a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, is that a lot of you guys are not going outside the country for wives. They're going out of the country to tourism and to take advantage of people. That's just what it is. Tourism of taking advantage of people. You go to these third world countries, second world countries who are not financially where they need to be. A dollar goes a lot further. You feel like a king. You got a nice little hotel. You know what I'm saying? You get 2 or 3 girls who know you from the last visit. And 9 times out of 10, a lot of y'all don't want to admit it, but a lot of y'all be getting these girls pregnant and y'all leave them over there and never want to go back. And now y'all want to go to another place. Because now the Philippines has always been a background for passport bros, but that's when 8x5x11 men were going rampant over there. Okay, when I say rampant over there. Now, y'all want to go over there. And now a lot of y'all having regrets because but American women are just not, domesticated. They don't want to cook and clean. They don't want to let a man leave, blah, 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 blah. Now you going over there and you're coming back with that fire. Not that fire with the stick, but that fire when you pee.
Woo!
That fire when your face break out. That fire when the listeners on your neck started to look crazy.
Coming back with the fire.
Okay, we all knew this was coming.
Mm-hmm.
We all knew this was coming. Like all of the empty threats, all of the empty verbiage, all of the bravado that you guys were going back and forth on the internet. We knew that the truth will eventually come to the light. And look what's going on. They're going wild out there, and y'all catching it, coming back home, thinking that we don't know what you've been doing.
Okay, they got that fire. I don't know what they got going on in the Philippines either. We basically do now. They got that fire. Mm-hmm. I want to say this really quick. He mentioned about some other groups of men that were going to the Philippines before the passport bros even knew about the Philippines, right? That they were going over to the Philippines, but they were basically messing with she-boys because the Philippines over there, they have men, and you know their body frames are so thin and they're almost childlike. They have boys, you know, we call them transgender or whatever now, but before all the transgender and all that came to the forefront, these men, white men, I'm gonna make it plain today, white men, if you feel comfortable with that, was going over to the Philippines, and they were seeking out these boys that looked very much like girls, right? And that was a hidden secret for a long time. Okay. And but then this trend with the passport bros came about, and they started going overseas looking for so-called, and I'm really literally doing air quotes, we're looking for their wives. Ain't brought a wife back yet. Okay. So I wanted to mention the difference between these men that were going over for sex tourism. That's what it is. That's all it's about. Sex tourism. They were going overseas, and they followed the footsteps of these white men that were going over to the Philippines, but they were looking for the boy girl, and I believe that's exactly what they call them, boy girl lovers. Okay, that's what they were looking for. I bring that point up because I thought about when he was talking. I thought about Diddy's trial and how people are so, amazed at Diddy's freakishness. And so I'm so happy that I've been, able to mature and get so much knowledge and retain the knowledge I gained while I've been here on this earth, and understand history and how it can repeat itself, and how us as Black folk got to be wiser than the average bear. Okay? So when he was talking and he brought up the fact that the white man had already been going over to the Philippines doing this sex tourism, and the Black men have just now followed, right? But the Black men catching the consequences of this sex tourism. But it brought a thought to me that that's the same thing Diddy did. I can recall that the elite white men used to hire prostitutes, high paid prostitutes. It was even a documentary on how this one high paid prostitute, it was a lady, I cannot remember her name, but she got busted. She had like a black book of all these elite men, majority white men, used to, patriot her services, and get these prostitutes, nice looking prostitutes. Okay, high-end prostitutes. Now, that's not no streetwalkers. Prostitutes, high-end prostitutes. And they would hire them and do their freakiness of what they do. Now, I told you, everything y'all want, I know y'all don't feel that Cassie is a victim. A lot of y'all do, a lot of y'all don't. But freakiness, okay, perversion, which leads to lasciviousness. And when I say lasciviousness, P. Diddy is not a freak. P. Diddy, he's not even into perversion. He is into lasciviousness, a high-ranking demon that can't be fulfilled. But he followed the steps of those elite men that he was rubbing elbows with. I've been telling y'all that. It's not learned. It's definitely not learned. Okay? It was taught. And demons latch on to demons. We heard about what she was saying in text messages and stuff. And y'all, have you ever heard of Stockholm syndrome? Where the captives, the captives start uh, going along with the captor. The ones who have captured them, the ones that have been captured, kidnapped, the kidnappees, start thinking, hey, being kidnapped is not so bad, right? Being kidnapped is not so bad. Look, they feed me every once in a while. At least I'm getting something to eat. You know what I'm saying? This ain't so bad. It's called Stockholm syndrome. It's called in our day and age PTSD for the military, if you know. But PTSD is not only a symptom of the military; it's a symptom of abuse. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to go too deep into that. I just want to touch on the fact that P. Diddy learned that perversion from these high lister, these rich men who had been doing it before P. Diddy even knew anything about it. He got welcomed and introduced into that world, right? Just like these passport bros, just following in the footsteps of other people that have already been into that world of perversion. And sex trafficking, sex tourism is perversion. Okay? We're going to make it plain today. We're going to make it absolutely plain today. But these brothers have taken they behind over there on lies upon lies upon lies upon lies, saying they going to get a wife, ain't got a wife yet. It's been some years now. It's been about 4 or 5 years since I heard about the passport bros. And I'm sure that they movement started way before I heard about them 4 or 5 years ago. But I challenge anyone to point me in the direction of their platform, of their website, where we can go and look at all the beautiful wedding celebrations of all of the passport bros that have found their loving wives, right? Point us in that direction of the website so we can go, so we can balance this conversation out. Let's continue.
See, it's time to tell the truth and shame the devil for once. See, the reason why a lot of these passport bros like running overseas, hooking up with these women in third world countries, is because they like suppressed women. They like suppressed and oppressed women. And see, a lot of these third world countries, they still stuck on these 1910, 1920, 1930, 40, 50, 60 laws where women really don't have rights, women don't have a voice. It's not because these women are better. It's not because those women are more traditional and softer and all this other stuff. No, those women in those third world countries don't have rights. And a lot of these little revenge of the nerd incel men like to hop in their little time machine with their passport.
Preach.
Just like in Family Matters. Y'all know Steve Urkel? Mm-hmm. When he used to say, hi, Laura. And then when he got in that machine and he turned into Stefan, had his chest poked out. That's what a lot of these incel revenge of the nerd men do. They go overseas and they got their little $30, their little $40. See? You want to have a good time, do ya? Man, y'all lame, bro. I'ma just let the truth be told. I know y'all gonna be whining and crying and you backsliding down in the comment section, but hey, it is what it is. You like women that don't have rights, and that's what y'all want to go back to. So the closest thing to going back in time is going to these third world countries. It's time to let the truth be told. You don't want to step your game up, because these women over here in the West, they got more opportunities. They can do things for themselves, and y'all don't like that. So it is what it is, man. Y'all just weak. See,
okay, so that was just to give some of y'all who don't know. Other people have talked about that. We all know about passport bros, okay? Let's get into what this nurse has to say about the epidemic that these nurses be hearing, because when you get AIDS, something that devastating. I believe they track every STD, to tell you the truth. They go ask you who. It's like a murder scene, y'all. It's like a crime scene. It's like a murder. Cause hey, that's damn near killing folks via disease. That's almost biological war. Okay? They gonna ask you, who was the last person you was with? Who the last person you slept with? Because we gonna have to go down the line. What's up? I want to say what's up to all my people in the chat. I want to say thank you to all of my dog mods in the building. We got Young RZA in the house, Drip King. We got Carmen Kim in the house. How are y'all guys doing? Let me go ahead and give y'all a round of applause for showing up. Okay, showing up and making do what it do. Okay, so look here. Went over there. It's a homicide. Lord, it's war, biologically. Now you got the weapons in your tallywhacker. And so the nurses is talking, y'all, and if you don't think they are, like I was getting ready to say, they're gonna ask you, who's your last sexual partner? And for normal folks, you would probably say one. Maybe if you got a little freakiness in you, like P. Diddy, 2 or 3, 4. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't gonna be that you out there screwing or trying damn near to screw a whole week of folks because you're on vacation and you got about $200. So you gonna try to make each $20 pop, each $40 hit right. Okay? Yes, Lord, you gonna have to tell them, and they gonna say, oh, and they gonna document it. That's right. Oh, you've been over there. They gonna even notice that you're the bro. You's a bro. You's a black man. And all these black men starting to roll up in these clinics and hospitals with HIV, syphilis, looking straight crazy. Let's hear what this sister got to say. Let's get the volume up real quick.
Nurses talk. Okay. Nurses talk. I don't care if you're a tech, CNA, LPN, LVN, RN, NP, regional nurse, doctor. Healthcare talks. Okay? And one thing what we're now hearing is that these so-called passport bros are coming back HIV positive. So that video that you see these men smiling and gleaming from ear to ear, happy that these so-called beautiful women want them and willing to do any and everything for them, go over there and have any nasty, dirty deed they ever want done, is coming back HIV positive. So that welcoming party is welcoming you to the world of AIDS. They don't want to talk about that stuff. They don't want to get involved in all of that. But us nurses, we talk. We may not say your name, but situation, yeah, passport bros. Some of them come back HIV positive. What? Are you serious? Yeah, we talk, honey. Coming back over here with shit, with the gift that keeps on giving. If you see anyone with a bottle of Batavi in their medicine cabinet, it's HIV medication.
Oh, listen up, brothers and sisters. Wait a minute, we're going to have to rewind
Nurses
that.
Talk.
Wait, we're going to have to listen to that because she gave a medicine, y'all. Oh, she gave a medicine. She said, you know how they say when you're dating somebody, let's get comfortable. I just picked up that this nurse gave a medicine name for the treatment of the HIV. Oh, baby, get into it. I'm gonna need y'all to go ahead and hit that thumbs up. I don't see the thumbs up moving yet. We done, y'all in here, y'all in the building. I need to see the thumbs up. Come on, it don't cost you nothing. It's just helping the stream, Let more people out there. This is a message they need to hear. The sister and gave them medicine. Now when you date and you have always heard, sister gone into the bathroom, look around. Open the medicine cabinet. They probably, that was back in the 80s, 90s. Open the medicine cabinet. Look in there. Now, I don't know what y'all do now. I ain't out there on the scene with a gangster lean. Because you got to be a straight gangster out here on these streets trying to, date. It's dangerous out here. I'm telling you, got biological warfare going on in these streets, honey. Okay. Baby, she done gave the names. I'm going to run it back as close as I can get. I need y'all to pay attention. Go ahead and write it down. Let me know if I need to run it back again. Because if you out here in the trenches, that's right, I'm calling the trenches. In the dating world, the trenches, baby. There is fire in the damn hole, in they hole. I'm talking about the black men, the passport bros. It's fire in the hole. They done came back with HIV, syphilis. They spread it. They dropping it like it's hot right into, your hole. Okay, if you're out there, you're in the trenches. She done gave them medicine. We're gonna try to listen to. Let me see if I can run this back. I'm gonna play this again in its entirety, but let me see if I can get it close to where she dropped the medicine. Get your pencil and pen ready.
Positive. So that welcoming party is welcoming you to the world of AIDS. They don't want to talk about this though. They don't want to get involved in all of that since we talk. We may not say your name, but situation, passport bros. Some of them come back HIV positive. What? Are you serious? Yeah, we talk, honey. Coming back over here with shit, with the gift that keeps on giving. If you see anyone with a bottle of Patarvi in their medicine cabinet.
Let's pause. Patarvi. Now, don't ask me how to spell it, baby. I ain't never seen it before. Don't know nothing about it. Okay, she said, listen up. If you out there in the trenches, if you out on the dating scene with a gangster lean, okay, you hardcore. Bravo, give it up to you. Go ahead. Woo! Come on now. You's a soldier. If you out there in them trenches and you go, you on a little date and you happen to be able to go to their house, go to that medicine cabinet and open it up. Maybe they still put stuff in the medicine cabinet. Okay. She said Patarvi. If you see the medication called Patarvi, they got HIV. I'm going to run it back so you can hear it again. Because I want you to know this is an educational channel just as well as fun, and we just hang out sometime and talk. Right? We family over here. Patarvi. Write it down. Let me run it back again for y'all in the back. Hold on.
That situation, passport bros. Some of them come back HIV positive. What? Are you serious? Yeah, we talk, honey. Coming back over here with shit, with the gift that keeps on giving. If you see anyone with a bottle of Patarvi in their medicine cabinet to this HIV medication, I gotta
go. She gotta go. She gotta go. It's Patarvi, y'all. Look it up. Google it. If you see somebody, hold on for a minute. If you see somebody with Patarvi in their doggone medicine cabinet, baby, the brothers got the fire in the hole. They got the fire in the hole. Okay, welcome in, everybody coming through the building. I'm here to educate, inform you, and like I said in my disclaimer earlier, this is not an investigative report. This is a conversation. This is a conversation that I'm having with you all, whomever comes across this platform and gets this word today. Okay, this conversation. I should Google Patarbi. Let me see if I just said, will it pick it up? Let me see. Let's this is a conversation, my people, my peeps. Let me see. Let me go to Chrome real quick. Let's see if I can see what it say. Because I sure don't know how to spell it. But if it pulls up, I'm gonna spell it for you, so you can be wise out here while y'all out there in the trenches. Okay? While y'all out there in the trenches, Patarbi medication. Y'all go ahead and just call it medication. Hold on. Patarbi medication. Let's go see what they're saying about Patarbi. I don't even know if this is right. Let's see. It's a strong opioid pain relief medication. It's one widely used in Australia for pain and different conditions. I don't know if this is the right one. If it say something about AIDS, it say it's for pain. We know that doggone HIV can be painful when you start getting them sores. Yes, sir. You start getting them sores, because you get sores and blisters and stuff start to form. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if it's a pain medication. I ain't never heard of it. I heard of some Vicodin. You know, y'all know I heard of some Vicodin with my doggo too. But baby, I ain't heard of no Patarbi. She said that is for the HIV. Okay. Y'all want me to spell it for y'all so y'all could know what's popping? Y'all can look it up. I said it into the doggone computer. I ain't spell it because what it's spelled like is PETHIDINE. Y'all got that? Let me say it one more time. PETHIDINE. Okay. It says it treats severe pain and delivers a hydroxyl, whatever salt in the table as a serum. Yeah, you would have to know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You would have to know what this medicine is. Why is Patarbi not used anymore? Let's see. I'm just trying to do a little investigation right here. This is a brief in the conversation, okay? While I'm doing that, y'all go ahead and hit the thumbs up, make your fingers clap by hitting the thumbs up, okay? Let's see. I see you coming in from my peripherals. I'm reading over here, but I see you coming in the building. Go ahead, hit the thumbs up. Okay. What class of drug is this? Narcotic. It's a narcotic, y'all. We could figure that out if it's this for severe pain. It's a narcotic. It belongs in the group of medicine called narcotics, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so I guess it's not going to sit up here and say for HIV purposes only. That's what I'm looking for, y'all. I need them to make it plain. You know what I'm saying? I need them to make it plain, but I guess it's not going to say for HIV only. Okay, so it is what it is. Okay, it is what it doggone is. Let me see. Let's continue. Let's continue with this conversation.
What did you
Okay.
They're trying to rebrand.
So, pause, sister. That's what I was saying. When I heard this woman here speak, she said, "Yeah, they done came back with this doggone HIV, right? They done came back with the doggone HIV, the passport bros. Now they trying to rebrand, which is very scary if you out here in these trenches, dating world. I mean, by trenches. If you out here in these trenches, they gonna rebrand themselves and come back out as if they like Black women. Now, let me tell you something of stories I've heard of people who are men and women who've been out there, gotten the disease, any disease, but especially a disease that can take you smooth up out of here, right? They done been out there. They got HIV because they've been players, and they didn't take care of themselves. And then they get mad at the world. They get mad at the world, and then they try to start just going and sleeping with any and everybody. Okay? Because they want them to catch the disease before they pass away off of this, out of here. Yeah, they want somebody to catch the disease. So I feel like this young lady's going to tell you that these folks are going to be out here and they're going to be rebranding themselves, these black men, as if now they like black women. And that now they're in love with you black women. And so now they're going to try to get back in relationships with you all, right? And so as they get into these relationships, they're going to be passing this disease to you. Okay? They're going to pass this disease to you because they really didn't like you to begin with. Now they just on their way out. And they're going to try to take out as many women, black women, as possible. That's right. So let's listen to what this sister has to say.
What they're doing, they're trying to rebrand. Because when they rebrand or when they stop talking about it and they will find them a black woman, then they're going to pass it to them. So y'all be careful out there because, yeah, they mad now. So they're going to try to pass it on to the next person. And the next person will be the person that they hate the most. What they're doing, they're trying to rebrand.
Listen to it again.
Because when they rebrand or when they stop talking about it and they will find them a black woman, then they're going to pass it to them. So y'all be careful out there because, yeah, they mad now. So they're going to try to pass it on to the next person. And the next
person is the person that they hate the most. Okay? Is what she about to say. The next person is the person they hate the doggone most.
It's going to be the person that they hate the most.
Okay, so pause for the cause. So what the conversation is today is that the passport bros have gone over there and found themselves in a dilemma. Okay? Straight dilemma. Gone over there to Colombia, to Venezuela, anywhere where they ain't too much of a black. They ain't too much black women. These passport bros. They running from the black woman. They say we the modern woman, we the independent woman, we all this, that, and the third. They running from us to go get married, but they just run into sex trafficking, okay? Sex tourism, okay? And so they then ran into fire in the hole. They coming back, y'all, with a serious issue, a serious problem. They're coming back with HIV. They're coming back with syphilis. Do you think that they're going to come back and be so proud, so boastful now, saying that they're still a passport bro, knowing that they have a disease now? Do you think that, I don't think so. I think they're going to do exactly what this sister said. They're going to rebrand themselves and act like they are now in love with you, black women. Now they support you. What I see down here, Kimmy Kim, you would think, let me put that up on the screen, that they would have, it won't go up. This platform, I can keep complaining about it, but I keep jumping on it. You would think they would keep some kind of protection on them. But we're going to hear another guy before we get out of here who said there's men who have morals and there are men who don't have morals. And if you look like the crust from the bottom of people's shoes, Okay, as a human being. Can't you an incel, can't get anybody. Can't get a woman, and you're mad because you definitely can't get a black woman, because you ain't got no talk game. Your flow is weak. Okay. Um, I would think they would keep condoms on them, but if they never touch the inside of the universe before, okay, the closest they can get to outer space, because it's a portal. If they ain't never touched the inside of the universe before, Kimmy Kim, them fools ain't gonna use no condom. That's why it's an outburst of HIV from these men. Them fools ain't gonna use no condom because they ain't never touched the inside of glory. Okay? So you would think they would keep condoms, some protection on. No, nope, not at all. They ain't touched. They got to touch at least one time in their life, and then they touch 5. That's right. They said, oh, she the baddest one. They say there's so many beautiful women over there, but they all clamoring for your dollar bill. They ain't clamoring for you black men. They clamoring for your dollar bill. Half of them got pimps out on the street watching what they do. So if you ain't had these gorgeous women, baby, you might show enough get set up. Okay, let's continue. Let's listen to the last guy on here. Let me see what I got. Let me see where he's at. Get him ready to go. I just want to bring this conversation to you all. This is a conversation. Passport Bros and went over there and they bringing back fire, y'all. They bringing back that hot stuff. HIV, syphilis. Let's get it.
So I just seen that there have been reported that there's over, I think, 80,000 new cases of people contracting HIV in the Dominican Republic. That's alarming and that's scary, and that lets you know there's a lot of men out here that don't care and they will risk it all over some butt cheeks. And listen, bro, there's real live pimps out there, bro. Pimps, bro. I'm telling you, bro, this is another world, bro. Like, they selling booty like fruit out there, bro. It's so accessible, bro. And that is not good. Anything that easily accessible is horrible, dog. Like, the guy that I met in the bar, he had like 5 women with him. They were all beautiful women, but I already knew what was going on. And they were looking at me, and he gonna walk up to me, you like what you see? I'm like, what's up, bro? These your women? He like, yeah. He's like, you want something? I said, nah. He's like, all right, bet. He was a Haitian dude. He was telling me, like, that's what he does. Like, he has a stable of women. I'm like, all right, good for you. But it was too much for me. You could call me a swear, but that was too much for me. It was too much hassle sale for me. It was everything was on clearance, and I didn't have it in me, bro. I was like, nah, I'm good on this. Don't get me wrong, DR is a fun place, beautiful place, but as far as that world, I'm good on it, bro. The women are so aggressive. I was in the bar trying to get a shot. This woman just straddling me. I say, damn, wait, give me a second. Let me drink the shot. Damn. I done bought the shot. You straddling me. I can't even drink the shot. Relax. Relax. Like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a different world, man. But like I said, y'all should be ashamed of yourself going out there bringing back diseases, man. It ain't that deep, bro. Now, I'm going to tell you, I believe it. Because when I went to the DR, I was amazed at how easily accessible women were. And these are not women that are ugly. These are women that look like J-Lo. These are women that look like Selena. And these women will give it to you for much of nothing. Like, you gotta understand, right? Let's take, for example, a guy that's living in Houston. He's struggling to get attention from women or whatever. He go out there, I mean, he can get whatever he wants. and they're gonna treat him like a king and make him feel like he's the best looking dude on earth. When I would go places, you would have women following you. You would have women just grabbing you. You have women coming up to you. And for me, I didn't really like that because that let me know, okay, you get ran through. Now, I'm not saying I'm an ugly guy or anything, but I'm not stupid. Women that look like that, they not just walking up to men like that, bro. They just not doing that. And these women were moving like that. I'm talking about they was thirsty. You know what I'm saying? There was one point I remember I was in a bar and this lady with a BBL started dancing on me, and I'm talking about she was aggressive. She throwing me back on the table. I have to try to get my footing right so I could bear the dance. She knocking my drink falling out. I'm like, all right, relax. Then you talking about you wanna, because I couldn't understand what she was saying, so I used to translate her. She basically was like, asked me did I want to have sex, and I was just like, no. And the crazy thing is, she wasn't ugly, but for me, I don't like that. That means you got hella miles on you. And you got to understand, a lot of these guys don't care. They go out there and they just having sex with all these different women, and then they're coming back to the States bringing diseases back. And there's two types of men. There's men with morals, and there's men that don't have any morals. I have morals. And yeah, I have fun and all that, but I did not sleep with no one out there just because of the simple fact I did not like how thirsty these women were. And I knew that they knew that I wasn't from out there and I had that American money. So for them, it's like, oh, this is a come up right
lying.
here. I believe
He slept with some of them.
$1 of ours is like equal to what, 50 a year or something like that. So
Yes,
women ain't dumb. They know what it is. They know what it is. So I didn't let them gas me up. I just had fun, dance with them. Yeah, so for me, I'm just not into that type of stuff. And I remember going to the strip club out there, and I'm talking about, yo, it's literally a whorehouse there, bro. Like, there's men just going in and out the back, and I'm just like, yo, these women are easily having sex with about 6 to 7 dudes a day, bro. Just in that night, I seen one girl take about 3 different dudes to the back, bro. And I already know what they're doing in the back because one of the ladies asked me, did I want to go back there and do some of that nasty stuff? And I was like, no, just dance on me. Just dance. Leave me alone. I don't want to do nothing with you besides dance. And even the dance was uncomfortable because I just, for some reason, kept thinking about how many dudes they done been with. That's just me. I look past all that physicality. I'm like, all right, something wrong here. You know, but that's why I'm saying I can see why a lot of men go out there and contract stuff because they're so intrigued by the beauty of these women and they think, oh my God, these women like me. These women don't like you, bro. They just need money and they know that American men are thirsty and we are an easy lick for them. That's all it is, bro. Y'all crazy going out there cheating on your wives and girlfriends, bringing back all these diseases. It's just like, really, bro? And like the passport bros, yeah. Keep passport. Keep thinking that you're getting a better deal out there, all right? Keep thinking that. But at the end of the day, be careful when you go out there. Be careful. If you are going to do those type of things, strap up, man, because these women are, they're getting ran through, bro. Ran through.
Y'all heard it. They getting ran through. And that's all they going over there for is to help keep running through them. No wives, none of that. It's all been just lies. Okay, it's sex tourism. That's all it's been. As with it. I don't know if it's going to continue at a high rate that it has been going on since now reports are starting to surface that these men are coming back with, HIV, serious life-threatening diseases. This ain't nothing to play with. Okay, now I was saying, if you out there in the trenches, if you dating, a better way of seeing if these guys that you're dating are passport bros. It just hit me. Ask if they travel. When you're having conversations and it may, you move from going out on the little dates and picnic dates to where you're comfortable. Before, don't be kissing. Don't be doing all this. Let's get to know each other. We proving each other right about now. We want to go biblical with it. Keep your legs closed and your mouth to yourself because it transfers through the saliva too. Okay. But you get to know this person. Ask for their passport after they say, "Oh yeah, I like to travel. I like to travel. I'm a traveling person. I'm a traveling man. I like to travel." Ask for their passport. You might ask me, "Well, why would I ask to see their passport?" You want to see every place they done went, because when you get a passport, this is for educational purposes only. When you get a passport, they stamp your passport, brothers and sisters. That's right. They stamp your passport. It's like a diary. Okay? They stamp your passport. You went to Puerto Rico stamped. Go ahead through go get checked out and you go on into the country. Okay? So every place they done been, you can be like, "Oh, wow. You been in Dominican Republic? How long you still there? A week, 2 weeks? Oh, wow, you've been, all these places where these passport bros go, red flag. Flag on the play, as Brainwaves would say. Flag on the doggone play. Okay? They got their passport and they got all these hot spots where all these passport bros have gone. I'm trying to tell you that instead of that medicine, because if you check their medicine cabinet, that might be a little too, that's much too late. That's much too late. So I say the best thing is to, when you're having conversations, ask them what they like to do, and most people will, they'll tell you, "I like to go to the movies. I like to eat or go to wine fest, and a lot of them, I like to travel. Travel is my thing, Oh, where is it? I like to travel too. Let's exchange passports, see if we've been to the same places. Make it interesting. Don't make it like you trying to peep game. Make it interesting. Show them your passport if you're a traveling woman. Okay? Yeah, get that passport. I think that's much better than the medicine cabinet, because if you find a medicine in the medicine cabinet, baby, it's much too late. It's much too late. I'm gonna let y'all listen to this nurse again, because she said, "Baby, nurses is talking. They're in the building and they talking. They might not be breaking HIPAA. They might not be saying y'all, but they show recognizing y'all as passport bros. You might, and I explained it earlier. You might wonder how they know they passport bros. They got to get the information. How you get this disease? Where you been? You got to tell these folks where you been. There might be an outbreak somewhere. Just like what's that movie? This side note, like the what was that movie about the monkeys? Outbreak. I think the movie was called Outbreak. When the monkeys came and they had to track back. Well, how the hell? Where these monkeys come from? What flight was they on? When the last time? They tracked down every port, every stop, trying to figure out how the hell this outbreak has occurred. Same with you out there getting these deadly diseases, these life-threatening diseases. They've got to track it down, right? So these nurses know what they're talking about. They got those. Okay, they gonna contact that last person that they done slept with, because now they got to contact the last person they done slept with, right? Try to stop this at the head. No pun intended. Okay, I'm trying to tell you, the passport is that's the most. I think that's the smartest way to see if you out there in the trenches only. Only if you out there in the trenches, that's the smartest way to see, get more information. Okay? Otherwise, it's definitely going to be a flag on the play. For sure. Okay? Uh-huh. For sure. Flag on the doggone play. I'm trying to give you some news you can use, some information that might save your doggone life. Okay, so let's listen to this nurse before we get out of here. I ain't gonna hold you too long. Let's listen to this nurse. She even dropped the medicine you need to probably be checking for in these medicine cabinets. But like I say, the first thing is the passport. Exchange passports. See them stamps on that passport where that brother man been. You start asking and start researching about what trips these passport bros like to take, what countries they like to visit. And it shows South America, you know, they like Latino women. Hey, papi. Hey, papi. Yeah, we know South America, all that. All that. They like that. Y'all go ahead and hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. You can always support this channel, this platform with the Cash App is going across your screen. Okay? You can always support this channel via the Cash App. Let's listen to this nurse real quick, y'all, before we get up out of here. Yes, indeed. Let me get it right for you.
Nurses talk. Okay? Nurses talk. I don't care if you're a tech, CNA, LPN, LVN, RN, NP, regional nurse, doctor, healthcare talks. Okay? And one thing what we're now hearing is that these so-called passport bros are coming back HIV positive. So that video that you see these men smiling and gleaming from ear to ear, happy that these so-called beautiful women want them and willing to do any and everything for them, go over there and have any nasty, dirty deed they ever want done, is coming back HIV positive. So that welcoming party is welcoming you to the world of AIDS. They don't want to talk about this though. They don't want to get involved in all of that. But us nurses, we talk. We may not say your name, but situation, yeah, you know, passport bros. You know, some of them coming back HIV positive. What? Are you serious? Yeah, we talk, honey. Coming back over here with shit, with the gift that keeps on giving. If you see anyone with a bottle of Batavi in their medicine cabinet, so that's HIV medication, I gotta go.
Okay. You heard Batavi. That's a little too late. I hope y'all ain't out there just willy-nilly, ladies, spreading y'all legs and let these men into the golden gates. Them days is over. Okay? Now you about to have some renegades on your hand out here coming and trying to change their whole doggone lifestyle. Now you gonna see all the love for the black woman now. Half of them gonna be from passport bros. Keep them legs closed because you don't want to be trying to search and getting yourself some Batavi medication. Just the nurse said, look for Batavi if you're out there on a dating scene. If you're out on the dating scene, one thing's for sure, two things is for certain. Keep them legs closed and your mouth closed too. Okay, unless you're just talking, having a conversation. But you know what I'm talking about. Keep that mouth closed. No kissing, no, none of that, none of it. It's dangerous out there in the trenches. Unless you just willing to gamble it away. Maybe you want a prescription of Batavi. Let's see what they saying in her comment section real quick before I get out of here. I'll go ahead and just read it to you. Y'all notice how quiet it's been about the passport bros, right? Very quiet. 14,000 likes. Let's read some of the replies. The test results are coming in, right? Exactly. Before they were all loud and proud. Exactly. When it came back down to putting us American women down. I'm reading her comments, y'all. This nurse, folks, hold on. Let me see the total comments she got first and foremost. Get out the way. She got 9,738 likes and 1,300 comments. So let's get into it. Let's be nosy on this nurse platform. This is gonna save your life. This is a conversation, not an investigation. This is just a conversation. It's out on the streets. Passport Bros, you heard it. They've been quiet lately. They're not going to find wives overseas, but buying cheap prostitutes to explore. 1,100 likes. She got, let's see, she got a couple of replies. Child, they sleeping with children. Mm-hmm. Just freaks out. Shaking my head. Okay, let me see. And having sex with no condom. It's a Facebook Passport Bros page, and they nasty. That was some of her replies. Trying to get the ones got the heavy hitters over here. And then come home and spread it. They get out and come home and spread it on purpose, just like jail. Facts. They say these niggas go in jail and act like they hard in these jail, and they be out there busting it wide open and come home and spread whatever they done caught up in the jailhouse. And then call you black women, y'all ain't about nothing. Y'all can't even cook no more. Can't cook fried chicken. Y'all can't even cook. That's the most important thing you should be knowing out here in this world today. Not going to how to survive out here. You should know how to cook for a man. Oh, you can't cook no more? I'm going to bust it open overseas. Go get me some HIV. How is that HIV season well, my brothers? Huh? Let's keep it going. Yes, and these men are also sleeping with male sex workers as well. They are over there to indulge in every desire they can. And you know it. You know it. Okay? What? They indulge in every desire they can. I told you. I gave you the for instance about who's on trial now. P. Diddy. That man ain't always was a freak. You can't even classify P. Diddy as a freak no more. P. Diddy is in lasciviousness. He's under a demonic hold called lasciviousness. That's the demonic demon that has Diddy. He might have started off as a regular blowjo. Then he got into that gang and started rubbing elbows with the higher ups that been hiring high class prostitutes, baby. Been paying for the most beautiful prostitutes they can get. Not no streetwalkers. These rich men at the Ritz Hotel Carlton. You wasn't walking up in there. You a streetwalker with a fur a coat on with fishnet stockings. No, baby, they was trying to be discreet. But they was freaks. These rich men was been freaks longer than Diddy before Diddy was born. Okay? Freaks. Holler back if you hear me. This stuff was taught. I don't give a rat's what y'all saying about Cassie. Cassie was taught and brought into some freakness. She was brought to the pits of hell. She was brought to the doorsteps of lasciviousness herself. That's right. You Joe Blow first. P. Diddy was Joe Blow, just like these Passport Bros. Just like this woman say, they get into all kind of shit. Right? You Joe Blow, you just an average guy. You might like to, get in the bedroom, Maybe I'm gonna drip some hot candle wax on your way. I'm gonna drip this hot candle wax. You might just been that kind of trying to explore some stuff, right? Joe Blow. Then I'm gonna bring some ice cubes in the bedroom, baby. I'm gonna bring some some honey. Child, something. You think you doing something. Maybe you thought you was doing something. That's what P. Diddy thought he was doing something. He was bringing candle wax. Just like these Passport Bros, right? Thought they was doing something. Okay? Brought all that crap. And that ain't working. And then he's like, that don't turn me on no more. At first it did, you take, you licking a little honey off me, that turned me on, but that don't turn me on no more. Now you start getting to freaks, the freak of the doggone week. Now you want to, oh, hey, you watching porno, you want your girl. It just start building, y'all. It start building. But hell, you average Joe Blows ain't seen nothing like lasciviousness. Oh, no. No. You ain't got enough money to see lasciviousness. Because you got to keep up with lasciviousness. It's like any other sin. It's like any other demon. Is he under a demonic hold? I said it. He under a demonic hold called lasciviousness, just like these passport bros lied to themselves, said they was going to get wives, and they went out there and got the fire. And they went out there messing with boy, girls, all that. It's all for sale. It's all for sale all across the world. Because the devil is rampant. He out there seeking who he can devour. He gonna give it to you like you like it. And he gonna give it to you more. See, once you get past being a freak, once you get past all of that, the desire keeps growing. It's like a drug. You say drugs are the gateway to other drugs. It's a gateway. It's a doorway. It opens door to demonic oppression. That's right. But y'all want to hear, because y'all think everything's everything out here in this world when it's hidden in plain sight. It's hidden in plain sight. Now I don't know what P Diddy I don't know how that's gonna turn out. I'm just trying to tell you what Cassie learned and started liking was a learned behavior. It was introducing her to devils and demons. You see, they attach themselves to people. Yes, indeed. What you saying? Cassie's parents was pimping her. She will never want her. They never wanted her to leave Diddy. Hold on, let me put this up here. And fall in the trial, y'all. The last I heard is Diddy threatened her parents with they had to pay him $20,000, I believe it was. $20,000. And if they didn't want her to leave Diddy, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up, Carmel Kimmy Kim. If they didn't want her to leave Diddy, let me put this back up here. Because you said Cassie's parents was pimping her. And they didn't want her to leave Diddy. But in the trial, because I've been listening to real newscasters from real transcripts, and her parents testified that Cassie was trying to leave Diddy. It's hard to leave when you trapped in the pits of hell. From what I heard from the transcripts in the news report, that she was trying to get away. Diddy threatened Cassie to publish those sex tapes, all the videos of the nastiness that she was interacting with, to publish that to the world. But the sad thing is, Cassie didn't know that nigger had already let them tapes escape to the highest bidder, probably. He had already put Cassie business on Front Street, right? But Cassie, so naive, she didn't realize them tapes had already been circulating amongst the players, if you will. She ain't know. She said them parents testified that Cassie was trying to leave Diddy, trying to escape. Diddy said, hell to the no. You ain't going nowhere. And she had called her parents saying, I'm trying to leave. Diddy threatened me to put these tapes out there. Now, how embarrassing is it if your parents is so-called pimping you? Why would you call them knowing that your parents pimping you? This is just my thought, my reasoning. Nobody call a pimp and say, get me out from your money maker. Because the pimps usually are the ones getting the money, not getting extorted, not getting extorted by the money maker. Because see, Cassie was sent, if this is true, right? If this is true, by the money maker. which her parents, I guess, supposed to be pimping her. She wouldn't call her pimp. You don't call your pimp and say, come rescue me. Come help me. I don't want to make money for you no more. No. But from what I heard, these folks put up their house, right? These folks, hold on for a minute. These folks put up their house to get Cassie out the situation. Because once Diddy heard that Cassie was trying to leave, Diddy threatened the parents and said, no, pay me $20,000, knowing $20,000 ain't nothing, but he can wipe his ass with $20,000. That it ain't nothing for him, right? So he the one extort. They put their house up, paid this man money for trying to save Cassie, trying to get Cassie out the clutches of the demon we know as lasciviousness. Because I'm telling you, it's not Diddy. He operating in these are spiritual world. You witnessing. This spiritual world, you witness that play. Cassie was operating. She was in the clutches of lasciviousness. One of the highest ranking, nastiest demons when it comes to sexual escapades. Okay? And from what we heard, them escapades that they was having, oh, that was lasciviousness for sure. Okay? And then we hear even Cassie, if Cassie, you know, I'm sure she did some things. But I heard, what's the guy's name that I'm trying to think? That's why I'm pausing, y'all. What's his name? Cuddy. Let me try to let me inform you. Can I talk to you? Can I talk to you people real quick? Especially about how men and women operate. Because she started seeing Cuddy. Cuddy. I'm gonna call him Cuddy. Y'all know who the hell I'm talking about. I just want to talk to you real quick about how men and women operate when it comes to being in a relationship, even if you're under oppression. There are wives that still have sex, sex with their husbands that beat their ass every night. And will text them in the morning, you made it to work safe, baby? Knowing that they gonna get their ass beat later on tonight because he gonna come in the house because he pissed the hell out about something that didn't happen at work, and she the punching bag for all of his, stress relief, other than, going and making her lay down in that bed. But he gonna get, love you, baby, text. How you doing? I'm just checking on your text. Y'all act like y'all don't know about doggone abuse. Y'all acting like y'all don't know about surviving in the trenches. You think Cassie, after she realized this ain't what she signed up for, she probably say, well, I do, just like a predator, just like a molester starts off with children. Here's a little piece of candy. He at the front door of his house. Door wide open, he got a whole bucket of candy, but he got one piece in his hand. Here's a piece of candy, little girl. Come over here and get this little piece of candy. My mama said not to talk to strangers. I'm not a stranger, girl. I live right across the street from you. Come on, get this little piece of candy. It's one piece of candy. Her hard-head ass, because children think they grown when they come out the womb. You thought you was grown. That's why I said these people ain't grown. They mind ain't functioning on a level of full adultness. Here, get this piece of candy. You tiptoed your 5-year-old ass and grab that piece of candy. You standing on the porch just sucking on a piece of candy, gumdrop. He just watching you. Yeah, in his mind, go ahead, because I know you're going to want some more of this candy. Just like the play is the same. Every drug dealer then gave somebody a free hit. We need to stop acting like we don't know what the hell is going on around here. Now I ain't trying to say everybody is innocent, but everybody don't know the play of the lasciviousness demon that is up on high, principalities. Y'all know. See, y'all read the Bible. Y'all know what the hell y'all reading half the time. And you got men that tell you, shut up, listen, and they don't know what the hell they talking about. That's a principality demon. You got that little girl, ate that candy. Now she got a sugar high. That's right. She gonna want some more candy. This nigga then took the whole bucket of candy, door wide open. Now he's sitting on the damn couch with the bucket. He got two more pieces. He, cause they reel you in real slow. He got two more pieces. Now his behind on the couch. Two more pieces. She that little badass girl. That's what you're gonna call her. Badass. Didn't listen. Her mama already gave her the spill. Don't talk to strangers. But she a badass girl now because she ain't listening. Not naive. Not a child. She's just a badass little girl. She ain't listening. That's what the spectators, when they get the story, that's what they, some spectators would say. She a badass little girl. She's standing. She can finish the candy. She's the guy on the couch. Now this is just a for instance story. Just giving y'all a little idea how shit go down because y'all act like y'all don't know. Y'all act like y'all don't know how people get reeled in. It's called hooks, lines, and sinkers. Okay? She on the damn front porch, sugar high. He done backed up, set his freaky ass on the couch. The little girl wants some more candy. He said, I got two more pieces right here. All you have to do is come in and get it. Well, I can't come in the stranger's house. Girl, my door wide open. I'm sitting down on the couch. Can't you bring it to me? No, I'm sitting right here. Ain't nothing going to happen to you. The door wide open. You can get the candy and just go back out the door. What's the problem? Gosh, how old are you? I know you smarter than that. Now he's trying to mess with her psyche. You smarter than that. And now she feeling some kind of way. I am 5 years old. I'm graduating this summer. I'm going to kindergarten. From preschool to kindergarten. Let me go and get these two pieces of candy. She done walked her ass up into the man's house. And now she grabbed 2 pieces of candy. Now she's chomping on the 2 pieces of candy. Now it's chocolate. They melt quick. That candy gone quick. He done got up while she enjoying the candy. She ain't even paid attention to the man and got off the couch. Went and closed the damn door, locked it and everything. He done moved to the bedroom. He getting farther deep in the house. All she can see is the bucket of candy and the sugar high she on. He get into the bedroom, yada, yada, yada. Y'all get the damn picture. I don't know why y'all ass can't see that everything we thought we knew. Because I want y'all to stop pretending. This is just a side note. Because I do a lot of side notes when I do broadcasts. Hopefully they still relatable from this passport bros. Because y'all got the information. It was conversation. But y'all acting like we are not in this end time as we know it, and that the veil has not dropped, and that knowledge is being abundantly passed out to everyone. And everything we thought we knew coming up has been shown to us to have been a lie. And when they said everything that glitters ain't gold was factual, because you ain't know about this so-called the industry until the 2000s, when stuff started breaking about the so-called industry and who lurks in the corners, in the crevices, in the dark places of the industry. All you knew coming through the 60s, the 70s, however old you are, the 80s and the 90s, all you knew is when you was a little thing, little child. People ask you what you want to be when you grow up. Some of y'all said y'all want to be doctors, lawyers. Some of y'all said y'all want to be football players. That's the industry too. I'm sure we're going to hear their side of the story here in a little bit. That's the industry too. All you football fans. But all those years we were growing up, ask what we want to do, and people, I want to be a singer, I want to be a star, movie star, I want to do this and that. All you can see is the glitz and the glamour, the glitter of the gold. You didn't know that the demon lascivious held the damn pot of gold. Your ass didn't know what you was walking into if you don't know, if you ain't following what I'm putting down. Now, anything going forward from after the 2000s, oh, you probably could say any child that it was grown in the 2000s, a teenager, preteen, adolescent, any of y'all from in the 2000s, you will know from what you have witnessed that has been taking place in the industry. Then you can say, she should have known. But when you wide-eyed and thinking you have met the top dog of the industry, hot like fire. He running the show, got the city, the key to the damn city of New York. They giving him honorary degrees. You think you up there playing with the big dog, your dreams is coming true. And this nigga, he been around lasciviousness. He been doing some things. Started doing it with Kim Porter. Okay? His ex-girlfriend that he killed, ex-girlfriend wife, Kim Porter, the black one that he took out. He started the lasciviousness with her. Trying to have her have freak-offs, many freak-offs with her. So when I hear people say Cassie knew what she was doing, she knew what she was getting into, she was a hoe, she was led into something she didn't know anything about, and trying to please, trying to get to her dream, and her dream got truly pushed aside. She was pimped, hoed out, sold out, and when she tried to get out, this nigga tried to hold her back into captivity. Okay? So I don't want to hear about, oh, she said this on a text message. I know plenty of abused wives that kiss their abuser with black eyes. Okay? I seen them when I was young working in a domestic violence center. I seen them for myself. I seen how abused children love their abuser parents so doggone much. They scream and holler to go back to the same people that abused them. But we got some folks that just act like they don't know about how the mind works. And so we hear about this Cuddy guy, this rapper that Cassie was seeing while she was seeing Diddy. Now we're saying, Cassie, look, she's a freak of the week. She trying to mess with this rapper Cuddy, because she already had Diddy doing freak off. And that's what I was getting ready to say. Let me tell you something about women before they leave your ass, your raggedy ass. They looking for a way out. Okay? I guarantee by the time Cassie was talking to Cuddy, the rapper Cuddy, her side boyfriend from Diddy, she was trying to make an escape route. Holler back if you hear me. Because men, I'm trying to tell y'all different. Y'all could be married. Y'all could see the next, what you think is the hottest thing on the block in a skirt, and go over there, boom, bam, bing. Hit it and quit it and come back home, act like nothing ever happened. Your wife finds out, she forgive you. But every time you do that, y'all don't know how it's, the first time, I'm going to let you know, the first time the trust is done, son. The trust is over, my guy. She don't trust you no more. When I say no more, she might say, yeah, you know, you done cried on the porch. You look so dumb right now. Y'all remember that song? Crying outside my house. Trying to apologize. You're so ugly when you cry. Please, boy, cut it out. Don't say that you're sorry, cause you're not. You know, she's tired of singing that damn song. Cause you do it over and over and over again. The trust is gone. But she, you know, she didn't let you come back in because you've been out there crying. Just putting on a show. But when that sister finally is fed up and done with you, she not gonna tell you. Oh, no. It's mental for women. It's mental for women. I know y'all like to say women don't think, we children, we don't have no mind. Everything we do is thought-based, not just emotionally. Because if it was just about emotions, women would just leave because they've been hurt so bad. You wouldn't see women go back and try to make it work. Emotionally, they are devastated. No, it's a mind thing. They disconnect. When they disconnect from you emotionally, mentally, it's a wrap. So when I hear about this Cuddy guy that Cassie was trying to date on when she was dating P. Diddy, baby, I seen that. I already reckon that she's looking for a way out. Because that's what most women do. A lot of women don't just be having side pieces just to have side pieces. Some of them do. I ain't saying ain't no hoes out there because there's definitely some hoes out there. But someone who had aspirations and dreams, you know, to make it in this big world, lights, camera, action, and have her songs, you know, put out there for the millions to hear, and think that she's with the man that's going to make her accomplish that dream. Wasn't thinking, you know, I'm trying to be the toppest freak off freak of the week. We might could understand if Diddy had put one of these high paid prostitutes, got one of them and dressed her up and made her a star, or tried to make her a star. But Cassie didn't come from that world. Cassie had a mother and a father. Okay? Just like y'all like to say, black folks, whatever Cassie is, Mexican mix, always coming from broken homes. And Cassie had a mother and a father. She had her dreams. She wanted to be a singer, not a hoe twerking her tongue. Cassie was looking for an escape route with that dude, Cuddy. Okay? And that didn't work out, did it? Because when Diddy found out, what did he do? What did when Cuddy was on the stand, Cuddy testified and said, Sean Combs, otherwise known as P. Diddy Puff Daddy, is a diabolical. I want to get it right. He said he is like one of the worst villains. One of the worst villains he had ever seen. Okay? Now, this ain't his exact words, but he did use the word villain. Okay? Cuddy testified that Cassie notified Cuddy that Diddy was going to his house. Did he say his trick of the week wasn't going nowhere, basically? Cuddy got a phone call because Cuddy tried to go get Cassie. Cuddy got a phone call, and it was Diddy. And Diddy calling from inside of Cuddy's home. This sounds like some shit we seen in movies before. This sounds like some shit we seen in movies. Diddy is inside Cuddy's home, calling, talking, telling basically, Cassie ain't going nowhere. Cuddy said by the time he did a U-turn to make it to his house, Diddy had unwrapped presents that Cuddy had under the Christmas tree. Cuddy couldn't even understand how Diddy got into the house. What y'all gonna say? Cassie gave him a key. That what y'all gonna say? Y'all don't know nothing about villains, do you? Especially villains with money. How scary is that? And then he was told to have a meeting with Diddy. This from his testimony. He said he went to the hotel where this meeting was supposed to be set up for them to have this meeting where he basically put down a law about leaving Cassie alone. Cassie wasn't going nowhere. She was captive. You understand? When you're free to do as you will, ain't nobody chasing after you. Ain't nobody gonna go to your side piece and break into their house and start doing some weird shit, unwrapping gift presents that they ain't bought, and go through closets and probably put drawers on his head while he was in Cuddy's home. Who knows what Diddy was doing while rummaging through that man's home? But Cuddy said when the meeting was set up, let me say this. After P. Diddy had Cuddy's vehicle blown up, which they can't prove, but with all the psychological games Diddy played, after Cuddy's car was blown up, y'all keep saying Cassie could have left. This shit is like a movie. Who the hell, see? I'm talking to this nigga trying to plan my escape with this nigga. I'm standing on the side trying to help get me the hell up out of here. This nigga crazy. He got me in freak offs every night for 24 hours a night. Get me the hell up out of here. Yeah, I'm telling this nigga I love him and I like it. No, Cassie was just freaking connected. Trying to make a move. She couldn't make that move because his psychotic ass, and he blew up his car, which I know we can't prove it, but only a fool would think otherwise. He was summoned, Cuddy, from his testimony on the stand, was summoned to the stage. I mean, to the hotel where Diddy was at, and Diddy was saying, "Look here, put down the rules." Cuddy, you can't mess with Cassie no more, basically. And Cuddy asked Diddy, "Well, what about my car?" And Diddy was like, "What about your car? I don't know nothing about your car." Let me say something. When people say Cassie could have left, how do you leave when you see what somebody can do? When you know they have the power, to blow up somebody's car, your boyfriend that you trying to, in your mind, escape, get out the situation you in, and they blow up their car. And you've already heard how his former main girl, Kim, was taken out by poison. And you've already heard the stories of how other celebrities were either made sick by, pneumonia, poison. And y'all said she could have just walked out. Like she wasn't really dealing with a diabolical villain. Like, people wasn't on payroll. Y'all act like them cops in New York was saints. Like she just could have walked up into the New York Police Department when have them always been paid off by some type of criminal in the New York streets. Tell me where was she gonna run when she couldn't even run to somebody she met in the industry and obviously thought she was safe telling this guy she met some things. And Cuddy obviously thought he was coming with Captain Saberho. He thought he was gonna be Captain Saberho and found out shortly he ain't have enough money nor enough pull to be Captain Saberho. So Cassie had to keep popping it off in them doggone 24-hour sexathons. But she could just walked out. How's she gonna walk in? Her parents already been extorted for $20,000 that they had to put their house up. How you gonna have these folks sell their house and then get the money back at the end like this, like it's a damn game? But y'all said she could just walked out. It was easy. Then she get this white trainer that it was Diddy trainer, her current husband, out trying to run his name for filth. When I'm sure he witnessed some things too. Cassie trying to reach out to folks. She trying to get a rescue plan. And isn't it ironic that it was a white man that rescued Cassie out of that situation Cassie was in? Isn't that ironic? The great white hope came to the rescue from a black abuser. That's ironic as hell. But you see, what y'all don't know about her husband is that her husband knew about abuse women because his mother was an abuse victim. So, the Most High sends people your way to save the day who have either knowledge or experience what you're going through. And no car blowing up, no poisons that they know, and not even the fact that they've worked and seen firsthand what Diddy could do, could sway him from helping and even marrying and even having 2 babies. I believe this is the second baby she's pregnant with her. Yes, indeed. So along the way, along Cassie's journey through hell, I can't say that everything she did was righteous or, just noble. But what I can say and what I can see is that she thought she was getting ready to enter into a world where she was going to be a superstar. And from that time range that she grew up, none of us knew about the Illuminati. We didn't know about blood sacrifices. We didn't know about sexual rituals. We ain't know about witchcraft. We ain't know about warlocks and witches and that shit is real and they operate. We didn't know none of that. You just find all that because of the event of the internet and the time frame that you're in. She thought everything was everything. Just a regular world that you could advance by doing right. Being amongst the people who they say you're supposed to be. You want to be rich, be amongst rich people. Not knowing some of them rich people are operating under the spirit of lasciviousness. Right? But I'll let y'all keep viewing this world as it's just people operating and not spirits in high places. So I'm going to end this live stream. We're going on almost 2 hours. Go ahead and hit the like button, the thumbs up. As you come in, maybe you'll check it out on the replay. Hey, if you want to support this channel, you can always hit up the Cash App. That's $247 the Queen. Once again, that Cash App is $247 the Queen. That's a capital T now, and that's a capital Q. Okay. And I want to say, hey, you hit this Cash App up, definitely I'm going to give you yo shine. I'm going to shout you out. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Saturday and enjoy. Much love.